Thank you. I am not in the mood to greet anyone. I'm very much flabbergasted with regard to this matter which has transpired in this country. I've heard that the ANC, our own ANC, has done so many bad things in this country to our people. With regard to that, I'm also here to share my views, though I'm sharing my views as a spirit in the planet Earth. I might be gone in this world, but my spirit is still alive. I'm watching everything in this country that is happening, that these people who are ruling this ANC are not doing any good at all. With regard to that, I want to tell you that ANC will never rule in this world or in this country until Jesus Christ come back, as we agreed upon, because of these corrupt leaders that we have today. Having said that, I want to say to you all, shame, shame on you. I said the whole cabinet, I say shame on you. How can you allow people to do corruption in our own ANC? During the time while I was still alive, during the time when I was a president, I used to rule this country in a good manner, in harmony, and in generous way. Everybody now is about to do what benefit themselves. I thank you.
I have to say that I have heard the speech from the late our Dr. Nelson Mandela in our country, and you have been ruling this country so well. But I can say to you that you see, as the president of this country, you don't have to give people who are in the political party any tender or any project in this country. There are people who are outside there who have got their own companies and have their small businesses and NPO, NGOs, but they're not considered because of these greedy people who are running this ANC. I think that what he has said is very right because if you can check very well that we have got a great people who are so innovative in our country but are not considered. There are also people who are there also who are doing great in businesses, but because they don't have any resources to empower or to invest in their companies or projects, they can't do anything because of that. So because of that, I think that is very right. So I was saying to you, is on my request to you, Mr. Zondo, I was saying to you that we have to summon all these people who are doing this whole corruption thing, and also summon the former president Jacob Zuma as well, and have to say everything, and also have to return all the money that have been spending in Ganja. You see, we have got a lot of people who have been struggling in Ganja, but Jacob Zuma, he have never ever in his lifetime helped anyone. So I was thinking that, according to me, and to the speech that we have from the former or the late President Nelson Mandela, that we have to summon everybody who is corrupt in this country, so that we're going to have our clean and very loyal ANC, which is going to help our country and the youth of this country. Because all people are in the cabinet are old like me, you see. But I'm not saying that I'm old, but I'm saying that they're old and they don't have to be, to be demoted or something, but they also have to think about the future. Hence, the president of the EFF, Julius Malema, was complaining about this whole thing of education they educate the people in their political party. That is the thing that we have to consider as the INC. Also, to say that I'm there in the TRC, and I'm not saying that the TRC is not there to help the youth. We are there to help the youth with warm hands. I thank you. according to me, to this commission, I understand the fact that I'm a judge in this commission, but all these speakers who have spoken before I ascend to this chair, I'm appealing to every one of you that you have to respect the rules and the regulations of COVID-19. Having said that, I also want to say to you all that I am not the one who started this whole commission. I was also appointed to be the judge of this commission. Being Mr. Zondo as I am, I have no authority of any kind in this country or any right to be in this position. But I was appointed to check all the matters which has transpired with regards to the whole corruption of this country. Having said that, I'm saying to everybody who have spoken, he or she have spoken very well. It's nothing personal. They are just sharing their views in this commission. And I'm saying to you all that in this commission, we're going to make sure that we apprehend each and every one of the people who have done anything which is related to corruption. That is what this commission is all about. Nothing personal. Don't say that Mr. Zondo is the one, is the one that is doing that. No, I'm not the one. I was appointed to do my work. So as my part of job, I have to make sure that I have to summon each and every one that I see in all the document. There are documents which are submitted to me earlier this morning that we also have 5 people in Limpopo. We have done the very same thing of corruption, of which this commission is against. I'm saying to you all that we're going to check each and every one of you who is related to any corruption, including Guptas, because when we talk about Guptas are also there in this commission. And remember, this commission will have been here for decades now. Because of that, we also have good lawyers who can check around, even the judges. We have Mukhweng and other judges who can look on all these matters, because after all the reports that I'm accumulating every day here, I'm going to submit them to the High Court, and then they will take a final decision there. So nothing personal. Don't think that when I summon every one of you here, you might think that it's something personal. No, there is nothing personal. I'm just doing my job as I was appointed to do so. So everybody feel free and come up with all information that you know about corruption. I think I've made myself clear on that one. Thank you. You see, I'm not saying that what Bishop Tutu have said is wrong. Because I'm saying that we also have to summon everyone in this commission. You see, there are a lot of people who are rich out there, but they're not being summoned in this commission. I'm not trying to defend myself, but what I'm saying is that we also have to look people out there who are doing this whole tender thing. Where are they getting this tender from? Because you see, we have got people who have got a lot of mention in Senten or elsewhere. I'm not saying that because I'm owning Gandla, but I'm saying that because I have seen a lot of people. For example, we have got pastors in this country who own big churches. You see, they own big churches, but why are there not someone in this commission? If Hawks was very fair to all of us, they should also follow the pastors who are doing this whole thing of konje babiza lento le babiza ukuthi konje English isingezi wasizwa singezi njani. Okay. Babiza konje thithi iqala ngokuthi tithe. Because it tithe, they do tithe, and they also buy their pastors big cars, even to take their pastors overseas. They call it vacation. Because of that, there also have to be someone in this commission. If you are saying that, we also have to bring up the matter of Chris Hani. Abanye sebaqala ukuthuka mangikhuluma ngoChris Hani. Chris Hani was in this country. He was also a member of ANC. You see, the way Chris Hani died, nobody know the whole information about that. But I'm here. They're not questioning me about anything about Chris Hani. Then Nelson Mandela was there. Because you see, he was there, but didn't say anything about Chris Hani thing. But I'm bringing this matter. But they won't consider that because everything that I do, Ozoma. When there is no load shedding, Ozoma. Agasekho Zuma embusweni manje. Obani manje. You see, but I'm not saying I'm diverging this all matter, but I'm saying to you that, Mr. Zondo, you also have to consider those are doing tenders. I'm not denying with all my allegations. I agree upon that. It's fine. You can take whatever that you're saying is coming from the ANC man. My hands are clean. Even the Guptas, their hands are clean because Guptas were coming from other countries also to help this country and invest in our country. Same applies to people who are coming from USA and invest in our country. So how can you say that you have to summon those people? I'm not saying that what we've said is wrong, but I'm saying too that you cannot blame people who are in the ANC now. People who are in the ANC, they're doing great work, and what you should have, you're supposed to do, and you have to come to this commission. When Mr. Zondo summoned to this commission, you have to respond to that one, and we are accountable to everything that was happening in the ANC. That's the reason some of us were still in the ANC today, because our hands are clean. I'm surprised when you say our hands are clean, and the Mr. Zondo there is somebody to this commission. But according to me, comrades, patrons, I'm saying that to you that he's trying to make himself a good guy amongst each other. But I'm saying to you that Jacob Zuma is corrupt, and he has been corrupt even the time when I was in the ANC. I used to advise him sometimes, when we go out and, drink our stuff. Some of us would drink his. But I'm not saying that he was clean by then. Though he was doing a wrong thing, but I was saying to him that when he is summoned to this commission, he have to be accountable in all the allegations against him. So we cannot say that Jacob Zuma is clean and we say that we want to blackmail our president or something. No, we cannot blackmail our president. Our president is trying all his level best. Even the deputy president is trying within all his powers to make sure that this country goes smoothly. And that's why now there is these people of hawks. We have hawks because hawks are there to take everything that we have stolen from this government of ours. That's what I'm saying to that. You cannot say that we claim that our hands are clean. If your hands were clean, they should have summoned you to this commission. But because today we have summoned this commission because your hands are not clean. So I cannot say that, hey, my hands are clean and what. No, that's wrong. And sometimes you used to blame me that, but this is not personal. But I'm saying last year, I remember that you said to me you want me to be removed in the cabinet. Because every time when you do this whole thing of reshuffle of cabinet, you used to call me and say you want me to reshuffle you. I said no, you cannot reshuffle because I'm very clean and very honest. I'm working in this political party. So if you want to do that, continue. But we are going to wait for the final result. And if we get the response from these people, they're going to take everything that belongs to you, including our son, because your son who is in Dubai. We are going to take everything. Running from South Africa to Dubai doesn't mean that he is no more in this world. He's still alive. The fact that he's still alive, we're going to take everything that belongs to him. I remember last year when he gave me a ride with his Lamborghini or something. How can he buy that big machine? Because it was not even working. It means that it's our money. So we want you guys to return back our money. Stop talking about this whole thing of Chris Han and what. By doing that, you're trying to run away from the matter that it has upon. So you can't say that. Let me think somewhere. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say to you all that I'm not happy about our ANC, what is happening in our country recently. Knowing that this is a lockdown time and people are not following the rules and the regulation of lockdown. But I'm saying to you all that all the people who are accountable of corruption in this country, there have to be someone in the commission inquiry. Mr. Zondo is there to check all the documents. I'm not saying this because they're accusing Zuma, but I'm saying this because I know all of you, you might be thinking that because I'm from Zuma's family, I also have a hand in this whole corruption. I'm saying to you all that I'm not one of the people who are there in the corruption issue. My hands are clean since I've been serving this political party for quite some times now, actually for decades. Sorry. I'm saying to you all that also have to wear your mask all the time. Drinking alcohol and going around roaming the street is not a good thing in our country. As this global pandemic that is in our country now, or actually in the world, we have to follow the rules and regulations of this lockdown thing. Having said that, I also want to urge you all that when you do your thing all the time, don't forget to sanitize your hands. Hence, the president have been saying this regularly. I also want to emphasize on that one, that you have to wash your hands plus or minus 3 minutes, and then after that, you sanitize your hands. Not forgetting the issue of hogs. Hogs are roaming around and taking things that belong to people, not exactly theirs. But I'm saying this because they've done corruption. All these allegations have come during the time of our former president, Jacob Zuma. Having said that, I want to urge you all, my fellow South Africans, if you know anyone who is responsible of any corrupt of any kind, please don't hesitate to go to the internet and check hogs details and report them straight to hogs instead of sending them here to commission inquiry of Mr. Zondo, because this commission is full of, people are busy here. So I'm not saying that it's full of what. Okay, I was saying that people are very busy and Mr. Zondo have got a lot on his plate. Because of that, I'm saying to you that I'm appealing to you all that you have to apply that on the internet. Thank you.
Fellow South African, comrade, Your Majesties, Your Highness, distinguished guests, comrades and friends. You see, in this country, we're facing a lot of challenges because the challenges that we have in our country now is that people they don't want to follow the rules and the regulation of this whole thing of national lockdown. So I'm saying to you all that even if you are coming all the way from Limpopo or Durban or any place where you are permitted to come in Gauteng, you have to make sure that all the time you have a sanitizer in your car and you also have a mask in a position of a mask because a lot of people are drinking in their cars. And the problem is that when they're drinking in their private transport, they might be thinking that the traffic, because they full of Georgia and stuff. Okay, these people, you don't have to bribe the traffic. If you may be caught in the position of being bribed by any vehicle owner or any taxi driver, you are going to be taken straight to prison because these are the people who are increasing, the whole thing of corruption. That is corruption. As the Minister of Transport, I'm going to say to you all that if you're going to be found in a position of taking a bribe from any vehicle owner, we're going to make sure that we're going to apprehend you and take you straight to prison. We're not going to take you to court because this whole court thing is taking, we're spending a lot of money, government resources, petrol, taking you to court. Then no, we're tired about that. So we're going to take you straight to prison and make sure that you rot in jail because it's like these people are not respecting this whole thing of national lockdown rules and regulation. We have been said this during the time when we started this whole COVID-19 started in level 5. We have been saying that you have to be in a position of wearing mask. Also have your sanitizer in your vehicle, but they're not doing that. That is why we are facing a lot of corruption in South Africa, and people are being summoned in the commission inquiry, and the hawks are busy up and down. You see, if you're going to be caught like that, I'm saying to the hawks that they also have to go around and arrest all the traffic coppers who are busy taking bribe because that is corruption. So we're against corruption. I'm saying to you all that as I'm a minister of education, transport, I'm very much clean. That is why I'm saying the hawks. They also have to look to the people who are doing
the corruption on the roads. Thank you.
You see, when I heard the Minister of Transport saying that, hey, corruption, corruption, ubulela maka muthu. Ramaphosa, you have appointed him to be a Minister of Transport because he knows that they are working together. Ramaphosa also owns lot of buses, lot of trucks, but they have never mentioned something like that. You see, that's what I'm saying. The whole ANC, all the people who are there in the ANC are all hypocrite. If they come to the EFF and say, hey, Julius, you don't have to do this, they won't stop me. I won't allow them because they know I have all their secret. So I'm saying to you all South Africans that you don't have to allow all these people to fool you around. Fikile Mbalula and his speech, everything with Fikile Mbalula is hypocrite. Everything with Fikile Mbalula is lies because he's working with Ramaphosa. Ubereka le bona batho bale and a bereka le bona o bontsha hore yena o nka bribe from Ramaphosa. There are a lot of houses in Soweto owned by Ramaphosa. Some of you even go to Soweto and rent in some of the places owned by the president of your country. He's not my president. President of yours, he owns a lot of buildings in this country. But why are they not summoning him to commission of inquiry? I'm thinking that liena Mr. Zondo karubereka lien. Kauri lien orata chelete. I'm saying to you all that you don't have to be fooled by these ANC people. They're lying to you. They just want to buy your votes. After voting for them, they give you skipanyana sela sa bona sina le tlhogo ela ya ola wa tlhogo e golo ba re ke Zuma. Again, ba be ditlhogo le motho wa nkwa ga re ke ya kulube ba re ke Ramaphosa. Yeah, ba re CR17. CR17 is nothing. He's hypocrite. So he won't tell me anything. There was an issue of cliques. No one from the ANC have come to court. No one from ANC have come in public and say what cliques have done is wrong. Because Ramaphosa o bereka le bona makgowa ba le ba cliques ba ira batho ba ntsho ore batho ba ntsho ba berekela many hours. They don't even pay them well. Ba kry-a di-peanuts fela. Ramaphosa is happy about that. So you can't say anything about that because it's controlled by whites. Thank you.
Hey, my fellow South African, I'm surprised today when I got a letter from this commission. You see, I've been serving in SABC. I was a COO. That is a big position. I was a CEO of SABC. And I've implemented a lot of things in the SABC. Dumandov is there. He also has shares in SABC. They're not saying about anything about him. But I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm saying that I'm very educated. Without having any certificate of any kind. I don't have a good academic record, but I'm very educated. You know, I was summoned one day and come to Vet University. I lectured there, and everybody was happy about my lecturers. You see, so when you summoned me to come to this commission, I'm surprised because I was trying to upgrade this country. Also, South African artists, they're all broke. But I was trying within all my powers to make South African artists to have their own money, to own their own businesses. Because white people are robbing our minds, are robbing our people. But you guys, you don't see that as a transformation or something. You just want to drag me down, just to tarnish my reputation. So, Mr. Zondo, I'm saying to you, I'm very clean. So if you want to check some of my records, apart from that issue of my metric forgery and stuff, forget about that. But leadership has nothing to do with qualification. It's a talent. If you're not a singer, you're not a singer. So I'm talented to be a ruler. I'm talented to be a leader. It has nothing to do with qualification. Just allow me to be a leader. If you are a leader, you are chosen. God has chosen somebody to be a leader. But education have selected. So I'm not selected, but I'm chosen. Thank you.
My comrade, I'd like to take this opportunity and say to you all, with regards to all the speakers who have been speaking about this whole thing of corruption and so on and stuff like that, I'm saying to you all, it is a shame and disgrace to this country as we have got people who are doing wrong in our political party. Instead of taking and upgrading a lot of people who are in need of help in this country, for that matter, I'm saying to you all, you are a shame to this country and a disgrace, not only to this country, but also to your family and so on and stuff like that. Having said that, I was once a president in this country and I have implemented a lot of things in this country, but I have nothing. My hands are clean when it comes to the issue of corruption. I know nothing about corruption. That is why even today, I'm still staying in the very same house that I got by the time I was the president of this country. I also have my own foundation to implement and to create job in this country. But I've never seen one of you guys who are trying to do a job creation in this country. You are going around and lying to a lot of people that you're going to do a job creation and so on and stuff like that. Having said that, on this matter, I want to say to you all, it was going to be great if you're going to do like Patrice Motsepe and other people are doing a great thing in this country, starting something which is going to create job in our country. Since our youth and our young people are having the problem and facing a major issue of this whole job creation and jobs and stuff and so on and stuff like that. Today, I see a lot of youth gallivanting around the whole Gauteng, holding their CV on their hands, looking for jobs, knocking door to doors. Mind you, they're not knocking into doors of black people or African people, but they're knocking in the doors of white people. It is not that white people are the mastermind people, but they use our own ideas and our own energy, creativity, and skills, and so on and stuff like that, to open their own businesses and employ our own people. According to me, I think we have to stop this issue of being employed by white. Actually, we have to go to any academy and obtain any certificate of any kind. And with that certificate, therefore, we can open our own businesses. Having said that, I just want to urge you, Mr. Zondo, that all the people who are doing corruption and so on and stuff like that, since Mangosuthu Buthelezi has said that earlier, that they have to be apprehended. We have to apprehend everybody who is doing corruption in this country. Because if you allow them to gallivant around, some of them might just go to other countries, African countries or overseas and so on and stuff like that. The good part of it is that now it's lockdown. There is no movement and so on and stuff like that. So we just want to say that thank you to lockdown, but I'm not saying that thank you to COVID-19 because COVID-19 was not born in this country. Having said that, I'm saying to you all that we have to respect this country, also respect the resources of this country and the resources of this government. I thank you.
Well, in fact, the fact is that, Kelly, I'm saying to all that, in fact, these people, everybody, in fact, who are summoned there, in fact, in the commission of, in fact, inquiry, in fact, all these people are trying to, in fact, to protect, in fact, also to defend themselves, in fact. You see, this whole thing of, in fact, these hawks going around, in fact, is good. It's a good thing. I'm not laughing, sorry. It's a good thing, in fact, to arrest those, in fact, who are doing corruption in our country, in fact.
That is the reason why, in fact, our students in all various, in fact, universities, in fact, they want to indulge themselves in political activities, in fact, because actually they indulge themselves, in fact, in political activities, in fact, because they want to benefit themselves, in fact. If you can check in a lot of varsities, in fact, they join SASCO because they know that when you join SASCO, in fact, automatically you go there, in fact, to the ANC, in fact, because that is what they say in fact, when they join, it's like they're joining a greener pastures, in fact, you see. So I'm saying to all that you don't have to in fact, to join the ANC, in fact, because ANC now, in fact, it's in trouble, in fact, because of this whole, in fact, Hawks thing, in fact. Not forgetting the fact that there was an issue of VPS, in fact, there in Venda, in fact, you know, even people from Limpopo now, in fact, they even have that power, in fact, not even a power, in fact, but also have, in fact, the energy, in fact, to in fact, to steal, in fact. They also have a skill, in fact, actually, I wanted to say skill, I wanted to say skill, a skill, in fact, to steal money, because they've learned, in fact, from this whole ANC, in fact. Well, I'm saying to do all that, in fact, according to me, to do this whole commission, in fact, because Bisondo there, in fact, he will go there and wear his glasses every day, in fact, sitting in that chair, in fact, and not forgetting the fact that they're using the government resources, in fact, to push this whole thing of in fact, of meetings, you know, and there's a lot of resources there, in fact, that they should have stopped this whole thing of commission of inquiry, in fact, and focusing the people who have stolen, in fact, and take them to jail. For example, we have my Umkhaya wami lapha, Zuma there, in fact, was trying to defend himself, but we know that Zuma have spent 224 in fact, million, in fact, to build in Nkandla, in fact. So I'm not saying that I'm going to defend him because he's Zulu. I'm saying to him that we have to apprehend them, in fact, and forget about this whole thing of commission, because going to the commission of inquiry every day, in fact, summoning everyone, in fact, there are more than 1,000 of them, in fact. How much are they going to spend? It's a lot of money. So instead of spending government resources, in fact, they have to make sure that they have to stop this whole inquiry thing and go door to door, in fact, and knock door to door. They even have the addresses, in fact. I think the best thing, the Hawks, you should focus on that and arrest everybody who's doing that, in fact. Instead of starting with in fact, people of low, in fact, low level, they should have started with public figures, in fact. Those were the top dogs, in fact, who are doing this whole thing, in fact. So according to me, I think that we only have to stop this whole thing of commission, in fact, and allow, in fact, the Hawks to arrest everybody who's doing that, in fact. I thank you.
You see, these people, they should have been arrested long time ago. That's why I was saying to them, or to the president, actually, I said to him, I'm going to arrest everyone. You remember last time when I was still a minister of defense, and I used to say, shoot to kill, and everybody blame me. Now that they employ a hawks to gallivant around arresting our people, the very same people that I was saying they have to be arrested. So I'm saying to the president that, please, Mr. President, allow these people to be arrested. We are ready. Police station prisoners are open, very open to arrest these people. We have their space. We have their space in all cells in the country. So we're not going to say that this one is it's a minister or this one is the MEC. We are going to arrest each and every one of them. Having said that, I'm saying to you all that if you know anyone who is in a position of corruption or anything that has to do with government resources, please call our number. Our number is very simple and it's very free. 10111. You go straight to any nearest police station. You call that number, and then if you call that number, it's going to take you straight to your nearest police station. Let's take, for example, it's in Gauteng and you're based in Soweto. There are a lot of police stations in Soweto. You just call maybe Soweto, Diepkloof, or it's Orlando, or elsewhere. Call that number 10111 and make sure that you have to arrest. These kind of people are wasting our resources, and they are tarnishing the reputation of Department of Justice, because we are saving in this country and we are against corruption. Because people who are there in police station, prisoners elsewhere, they are arrested, and some of them they don't even have the problem.
But there are people out there outside there who are roaming around, and these people are enjoying life while they sell the wrong people or innocent people to prison. So I'm appealing to you, Mr. Zondo, that you have to make sure that you send again this Hawks thing and let Hawks do their job. Also, not to forget that there are people who are drinking beers roaming around the street of Soweto. That place is very much dangerous because you're roaming around in Soweto, and if you roam around drinking alcohol, some of them are smoking. They don't even respect the rules and the regulation of national lockdown. So also these people also have to be arrested. You cannot say that you are a police officer and then you staying in the same street where there is a tavern and you allow those people in the tavern and drink until early in the morning, because some of the tavern in the location they close around 5 a.m. And it's very wrong, because I said to you earlier that you have to close all your tavern at 10 o'clock, but they don't do that. And we have police officers who are staying in the very same street. So it means that even those police officers are corrupt. So also going to arrest them, because we cannot have our own prisoners and cell where there is no